Hello, I'm the Clark Knight, and this is a new series that I'm doing on my channel. So this is pretty much me taking a game that I think needs a sequel and giving it a bunch of sequels. So here it goes. One more thing, I wanted to make sure you guys knew there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this video for the game Firewatch, so if you haven't played it or intend on finding it out for yourself, then go play that and then come back and watch this video. So sequel idea number 1. So my first idea for a sequel is that between the big gap in the game between days 9 and 76, we don't really get much of an insight of what's happening. We know Henry and Delilah is growing this big bond, and you also get that quick night scene with Julia in there. So I think it would be really cool if they dove into that story more, and you could even have kind of you'd obviously have the development of the relationship between Henry and Delilah, but you could also have a mini story that happened in between all that in there. So I just think that would be really cool. It wouldn't have to be something super serious, but yeah, that's idea number 1. So idea number 2. Alright, so at the end of the game, we all know that Delilah is well, I'm not coming back next year, and Henry's kind of bummed. I think it would be cool if Henry did come back the next summer. I think it would be cool if he took the job that Delilah had and you were on the radio talking to the person in the tower, and things that you said influenced what they did. So say that you told them to go to a certain location over another, that would change the impact on that player and the impact of the game. It would be it would be more you're in control rather than you're playing Henry. So, for an example, is Delilah goes and tells you, hey, go check out the walkie-talkie down at Cotton Creek, and you go do it, and that progresses the plot. What if you had the option to tell them to go check that, or go do something else, and they had different repercussions? Pretty cool, right? So here's idea number 3. My third idea is that you're going to play as Bryan Goodman. And for those who don't know or aren't familiar with the game, it's pretty much the little kid that died, and he was really good friends with Delilah. And when I say friends, pretty much she radioed into him, kind of like she does Henry. So it would already be an easy sequel because you already have that game formula down with Delilah talking to Henry. But it'll just be Delilah talking to Bryan Goodman. And Bryan Goodman seemed like a really interesting kid, and he was doing a lot of cool stuff. And he even had the schematics for the interesting ways to retrieve his backpack, and you could play through that and play out that scenario, and I think it would just be really cool. I think that's probably one of my better sequel ideas. So here's number 4. Number 4 is going to be the more likely sequel. It's taking a whole new cast of characters that we haven't seen before, and they're going to be the people that fill the jobs that Henry and Delilah left behind. So it'd be in a new park, you'd have a new person to look out, and then you'd also have a new boss. So these characters would obviously have a big different story, and I think you could even make it more intense than the first Firewatch, because a lot of people felt it was anticlimactic towards the end, and if you could fix that, then that game would be amazing, and people would say, Firewatch 2, that's a pretty high quality game. So, new characters, that's what I'd want, just a whole new story. Maybe it would lack a little charm the first one had, but if you do it right, I don't think it would. Alright, and my last idea, number 5. Alright, so this idea is pretty cool, I think. So this would actually be a multiplayer game. The sequel to, it wouldn't be a very story-driven game, but I think if you had 3 different lookouts, you and then 2 of your friends that played, because there's 3 lookouts in the game, you know that by the supply drop. And Delilah is telling you guys like different things, and you gotta work like with information together, and you guys can walkie-talkie into each other, and like that is the way you guys would communicate. And just throughout those interactions and through what you're doing, I think it would be crazy to like see another person walking around and be like, "Hey, what's up, man? Just going to my post." Like, I think that's a big missed opportunity that needs to be explored. Like, how awesome would it be to play in that environment with friends and like look around for all the mysterious stuff? But yeah, that would be really cool in my opinion. So yeah, those were all the game ideas that I had. 5 sequels right there. Let me know which one you think's the best in the comments. I'm really interested. Personally, my favorite would probably, I think it would be the one with Bryan Goodman, because I think he would be super like cool to play as, and I think he'd be able to do a lot of stuff that Henry wasn't able to do in the game. And it wouldn't just make the story interesting, it'll make a lot of the gameplay interesting too. But yeah, if you guys like this video, feel free to click the like button and subscribe to my channel. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching. Bye.
Man, it's hard to hand out when you got nothing. 3 years in this shit, where my time coming? I got love for this music, feelings for a girl. I can't balance it, fuck it, I'll try to balance it.